Man, it's been a while, but I'm back, and I'm going to talk about the last 4 triple rares of the set. I went to the sneak preview 3 days ago, got the mat. I didn't pull any foils, though. What are you doing, Bushiroad? What, you're going to troll me and not give me... Anyways. Blazing Lion, Platina, Ezel. This card is getting released on Friday, and it is pretty good. But I'm going to go ahead and talk about cons and pros as I always do. First of all, cons, because I like talking about the negatives first. First of all, it's a limit break 5, like the blood, so you're only going to be seeing it maybe used once, especially since the Counterblast 3. So you're only going to be seeing it literally once a game, unless you heal that late in the game and then you don't die the next turn. Pretty much. Also, because it's limit break 5, your opponent can manipulate your damage if you're not using a damage taker, like Spell of Pain and Master of Pain. I think that's what it's called. But yes, you have to do something like that in order to get yourself to limit break 5 and use Evict. Secondly, it doesn't have as much power as the original Ezel does, because the Ezel gets plus 5,000 even though he's 10,000. So, I mean, you're kind of powering yourself down to have like only one useful ability that can only happen late in the game. But regardless. Now, lastly, his effect is Counterblast 3, and Blonde Ezel is Counterblast 2, which means you can only really activate each ability once, which is kind of a problem because it's perfect 5, so assuming that you're not going to heal the game, you're never going to activate any other abilities. So in this deck, I would suggest maybe running almost 0 cards that involve counterblasting, like the Grade 3 Searcher, and other utility cards like Vivian. Even though I like Vivian a lot, you might not be able to run in this card. Now, pros of why this card's amazing. Okay, it's a cross ride. Done. Do I have to say anything anymore? Okay, yes, I have to. Anyways, it is a cross ride for Blonde Ezel. Awesome. No one was expecting it. I wasn't expecting it, even though it was the main character card, because Masculine Blaster isn't a cross ride, so I was expecting some kind of crazy, random stuff. But nope, it was a cross ride for Blonde Ezel, which is totally fine. The Ultimate Break is probably, in my opinion, probably one of the best of the 3. I think it's probably the best of the 3 because it's very powerful final turn, because it involves giving all of your rear guards plus 5,000 for a grand total of 25,000 plus. Another thing to add is that while I did mention that you can't really use any other counterblast, it's a perfect 5 counterblast. It uses exactly 5 counterblast to truly synergize. It synergizes so well with the original Blonde Ezel that it's making my mind blow so hard. It's a really good card. Another thing is that it's a base 11,000 gold paladin, so you can just put it onto rear guard and it's 11,000 attacker. Very handy. Another thing that's really good is that Ezel is a superior ride unit. So you run Criff in the deck and he's a 5k booster. So you can cross ride like in your 3rd, 4th turn and laugh at your opponent because you're already cross-ride while they're still at a grade 2. Pretty broken if you ask me. Kind of like Dayusha, but Platinum Ezel. And even if you don't do it, you have a Bowmains and Gareth, you're forced to run the Bowmains and the Gareth, which is the 10,000 and the 8,000. Granted, you are minusing yourself out to powerful units, but the fact that you have to use these is not even a minus at all. Like, you're gonna use it anyway, so it's a very handy card. And the Ultimate Break is very powerful, and they even have a trip that can unflip damage. I think this card is really amazing, but it is only 4th on my list, because I'm not really fond of Gold Paladins too much, because they're getting way too much love. I feel bad for the other clans, honestly. The kind of similar reason for Nanokami. They're getting way too much love from Bushiroad. Like, even after set 9, booster set 10, 11, and 12, they get support. I don't know why. Do boosters set 11, do they get support? Or maybe they don't. Maybe they don't. Or maybe it's just dragons. Whatever the case, they get support in 10 and 12 and another trial deck. Even in Fighters Collection they get support. What is that? What's up with that? I mean, seriously. They have way too much support, but I'm not going to complain. This card is really good. It's their only cross-ride so far compared to Nanokami's that have now a total of 3 cross-rides. Why? Anyways, that's all I'm going to talk about this card. If you have any questions or comments about how this card could be better or worse, leave it down and I will get to it because I want to talk about it. And I'm going to release 2 more episodes today because Set 9's coming so close, dude. I gotta get these out as quickly as I can. See you later, guys.